A company that big should not be able to get away with burning someone as bad as they burn me. And they don't even take responsibility for it. The first camera I ever picked up was a Canon camera, and I've been Team Canon ever since, with the exception of a period where I shot with Sony for 1.5 years. But even then, I ran back to the C70 and Canon cinema line because I just liked the image and it was something I was familiar with. Unfortunately, I've had enough. I'm not trying to create drama within the camera world, whatever, but Canon has some of the worst customer service I've dealt with, and I know that because it's happened throughout my entire filmmaking journey. This last experience was enough to have me sell all my Canon cameras and potentially never use Canon again, unless they come out with something that's like perfect, and then I'll probably buy it because I'm not that prideful to not use a company because they burn me. Regardless, I did want to share this story because I feel like it could be helpful, as well as a company that big should not be able to get away with burning someone as bad as they burn me. And they don't even take responsibility for it. So before all the drama happens, if you enjoy this content, or if you've been watching my videos before and you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and comment what you think down below once you're done watching it, and let's have a discussion. So this is gonna be a really relaxed video, laid back, not a ton of B-roll, just sharing a story with you guys. I owned a Canon C70 and it was having some issues. The top sensor hook, whatever, just went inward on the camera. I never dropped it, but I called Canon because the camera was malfunctioning, and they said, okay, send it in, we'll cover it under warranty, blah, blah, blah. They had this whole story after calling them probably 3 or 4 times just to get this issue resolved. So I sent in my camera. They told me it was gonna be a quick turnaround because I did have some shoots coming up. They got my camera back to me within 5 days, which is great. The only caveat is they didn't fix the issue that I sent it in for them to fix. Bruh. So naturally I called them back. I said, hey, what happened? And on the service ticket, it even said it was fixed. Whatever. I sent the camera back to them. They were like, all right, we're gonna send it back to you in a timely manner as well, because I did have some shoots. I didn't hear back from Canon for an entire month, and I called them over and over and over again. They said, we don't have an update. They told me it was gonna get back to me within 3 to 5 business days because I did have a couple shoots coming up. And this time I sent it in with my 70-200 that was having some focus issues. This lens was literally sent to Canon for inspection and repair 2 months prior. They sent it back, it had focusing issues, so they said, all right, we'll cover it, we'll fix all the issues. I didn't hear back. This is so annoying. I feel like a male Karen, but I didn't hear back from them for an entire month, and I hounded them. I spent around $1,000 in rental fees and having to get a second camera for different shoots, having to rent a 70-200 because I needed that for certain shoots. I had to jump through hoops and spend money out of my own pocket for something that wasn't my fault in the first place because Canon wasn't working in a timely manner. They weren't following up. I left voicemail after voicemail after voicemail. And when they did get back to me, they had 0 updates. This in and of itself was annoying, but I was gonna get my camera back fully repaired and my lens fully repaired. So I was like, whatever, it's just money. It's not like I worked hard for it. But it was annoying, but I was like, whatever, at least I'm getting the camera and lens sent back to me. The last update that they gave me after this month-long waiting period was that they were gonna charge me $500 to repair my C70, even though they said it was gonna be free. And then the lens was gonna be $900 to repair, even though it was just sent into Canon to get cleaned, inspected, and repaired, and they said they were gonna cover it. So I naturally said, absolutely not, you were crazy, I'm not paying that, send it back to me repaired, do what you said you were gonna do. This conversation went on for another 2 weeks. I spoke to the supervisor's supervisor, and their resolution after 2 weeks of going back and forth was, we'll repair the C70, which wasn't a favor. They were acting like they were doing me a favor. But they said they would repair the C70 and then the lens was gonna be 50% off the repair fee. I have it in writing on the service request that they said they were gonna repair it free of charge. Both the C70 and the 70-200, but they didn't. This is not acceptable with any company. Not only did they delay the process so much so that I spent almost $1,000 in rental fees, but they also didn't stick to their word and were trying to charge me money. So I had them send me back the C70. It was repaired, thankfully, and the 70-200, which was not repaired. At that point, I was done. I don't think I can rely or trust in a company that's not gonna stick to their word and then make excuses. They even blamed it on me at some point, which is a little ridiculous. But the kicker for me, and this was like a no-brainer, I'm never shooting with Canon anymore, is they sent me back my 70-200 even worse than I sent it in. When I sent it in, the autofocus worked. The manual focus was what was broken. And then when I received it, both the autofocus and the manual focus was broken. So they sent it back to me even more broken than when I sent it in. I'm sorry, Canon, but that's not okay whatsoever. And that's just not a way that you treat your customers, especially when they spend tens of thousands of dollars on your camera bodies and your lenses and all that stuff just to fit within your ecosystem. Great cameras, terrible customer service. Now that I'm done being a Chad, or whatever the male version of a Karen is, feel free to subscribe, like, and comment down below. I will be making some future videos. I've taken a little bit of a break because we're having a baby soon, but I will be making videos on the Cinema 6K, the Lumix S5 IIX, and different cinematography tips that I wish someone would have told me. So I'll see you in the next one.